Welcome to Kermode Uncut, where it's time once again for a Kermode Uncut Film Club intro. As always, you can watch the intro here on the blog or you can download it from Vimeo. Then watch the film and let me know what you think. As for the film choice, with Danny Boyle's new movie Trance coming out in cinemas very soon, what better time to look back over Danny Boyle's career and pick up on perhaps his most unloved, most underrated and frankly, most misunderstood movie. The Kermode Uncut Film Club choice is Sunshine. Made in 2007, Sunshine is a science fiction movie with a difference. The story, essentially, is that the crew of the Icarus II are on a journey to the sun, where they are going to deliver a thermonuclear payload which will relight the sun's fire. The sun is dwindling, it's the only way to save the galaxy. En route, they come across the Marie Celeste ghost ship that is Icarus I and attempt to discover what happened to the crew of Icarus I. The answer is more psychological than scientific. Set in space and shot not in Hollywood but in London's Three Mills studio, where incidentally Barbarian Sound Studio was recently filmed, Sunshine is a retina-scorching visual treat. The script is by Alex Garland, who said that his inspiration was attempting to extrapolate the future of mankind from a physics-based atheist perspective. And yet, what's most interesting about the movie is its extraordinary religious undertones. In his younger years, Danny Boyle had dreams of becoming a priest. He said all that got knocked aside when he saw Clockwork Orange and realised that another path was calling. And yet, fragments of that faith clearly remain in Sunshine. It is a film on one level which centres around the spectre of Lucifer, a fiery angel. In fact, in one key line, a character actually says, "Are you an angel?" Significantly, the key scientific and technical advisor on Sunshine was Brian Cox. Not Brian Cox, Hannibal Lecter Brian Cox, but Brian Cox, the scientist, who's now on TV pretty much every night. This was before his days as a TV personality and after his days as the keyboard player for D. Ream, when his main time was taken up searching for the Higgs boson, known, as Danny Boyle pointed out, as the God particle. Of course, the collision between science and religion runs deep throughout the science fiction genre. Many people think that 2001 is the greatest science fiction film of all time, and some people choose to interpret the voyage through the Stargate as somehow bursting through the gates of heaven. Danny Boyle himself cites movies like Solaris, an existential movie about discovering one's darker self, which is effectively a journey into outer space which leads to a journey into inner space, a journey which is replicated in Sunshine. What I like best about Sunshine is that it's a film which harks back to an age when science fiction wasn't scared to be serious, wasn't scared to be somehow pretentious. We've mentioned Solaris in 2001. I'm thinking also of movies like Silent Running, like Soylent Green, great dystopian fantasies. Also in the background there somewhere, there's John Boorman's Zardoz, a terrible film, yes, a boring film despite the fact that it features Sean Connery in a red leather jockstrap, but a film that isn't ashamed to deal with life, the universe and everything, even if life, the universe and everything turns out to be Charlotte Rampling. Also lurking in the background of Sunshine is another homegrown science fiction movie that is generally overlooked and underrated. I'm talking, of course, about Event Horizon. Yes, Paul Anderson's career went on to be, well, successful, if not artistically challenging, but Event Horizon has the makings of a great movie. Sunshine is a great movie. The question of why Sunshine never found the audience and the appreciation it deserves remains somewhat unanswered. I love the film, it should have done better. Why didn't it? Well, ironically, the answer which is most regularly put forward is that Sunshine opened in the UK on the hottest day of the year. A day when people didn't want to go to the cinema. They wanted to be out in the sunshine. Sunshine killed Sunshine. When many people look back over Danny Boyle's career, they think of Shallow Grave, an extraordinary debut. They think of Trainspotting, which changed the face of British cinema. They think of Slumdog Millionaire, which went on to win the Best Picture Oscar. Perhaps in future they'll think of Trance. For me, the gem in that extraordinary body of work is Sunshine, a film which really burns brightly despite being ignored by the public and the critics when it first came out. Give it a second chance.